Hey guys, how we doing? Andrew here. Welcome to the 21-day anxiety breakthrough program. Super stoked to have you here. This program has been helping so many people move forward and let go of the thinking and the fears and the beliefs that create the anxiety in the first place. So it's awesome to have you here. And today what I want to share with you are the 5 pillars of personal growth, and 5 pillars that will really give you everything that you need to smash the next 21 days and whatever else it is for you moving forward in your journey of personal growth. So we're going to start off with making a promise and a decision to yourself, which I believe many of you made, and having that commitment to yourself and that commitment to your growth. And having that promise and decision that I'm not putting up with this anymore. It's done. I'm over it. And I promise myself, and I'm deciding right now that I will do what it takes to get to where I want to be. And within that moment of that decision, change has already happened and change is already in motion. And it's so important because a lot of times we say that we want the results, but we're not actually willing to do what it takes. Which brings me to number 2, is being willing to do what it takes rather than just wanting the result. So you might want the beach body, the abs, the booty, whatever it is, I'm not sure. But the thing is, are you willing to do the exercise, change your diet, cut out the beers? Are you willing to miss out on this and that? Are you willing to stay committed and disciplined and do what it takes to get the results? If you're willing to do what it takes to get the results, you will get them. But if you just want them, but you're not willing to put in the work, you're only going to get a particular type of result. The third thing is responsibility. And I trust that you've all come to a point where you realize anxiety is not this person's fault, it's not that person's fault, it's not society's fault, it's not mum or dad's fault. Even though it's a relief and it's sometimes just nice to blame and put everything off ourselves onto other people, it actually doesn't get us where we want to be. Our life, our results are our responsibility. So it's taking 100% responsibility for all the results and all the non-results. Let's quickly break down the word responsible. It's response-able, and what it means is that you're able to respond. When you take responsibility, you are able to respond to what's happening in your life. And our power lies in our ability to respond. A lot of times we're just reactionary, but through this 21-day program, I'm going to be sharing with you the insights, the awareness, and the distinctions that has you realize how much of a part you're actually playing in your experience. Now, big reason that many of us resist responsibility is because we think with responsibility comes fault and blame. It's not the case at all. We also think that with responsibility comes restriction. That's not the case at all. With responsibility comes relief. With responsibility comes freedom, because as I said, you're actually able to respond to your environment in a way that you want to, in a way that's going to get you the results that you want. So I really encourage all of you to embrace responsibility. The next thing is being 100% honest within yourself. If you can't be honest with you, how are you going to be honest with other people? And honesty within yourself is the most important thing. The most important person to be honest with is yourself. Because if you deny things within yourself, they're just going to stay there. If it's an uncomfortable truth, if it's an uncomfortable thought, feeling, emotion, whatever, if you deny it, if you push it down, if you push down a behavior and say, oh, I don't care about that, or no, that's not the way I think, or I don't feel that way about myself, whatever it is, what you're doing is you're just pushing down what needs to come up because you're not prepared to take that honesty within yourself. Now, if you're going down one path, you've got honesty and then you've got denying it within yourself. And honesty, the pain that will come up, it's short and sharp. It's short-term pain, but when we deny it, it's long-term pain because it's always there. We don't even give it the opportunity to be released. So if you're driving down the street and you've got 2 ways that you can go, the denial, it looks more appealing to start off with, but in the long run, it's just a long, bumpy road of discomfort. Whereas the honesty, it doesn't look as appealing to start off with, but it's a short-term bumpy road and then into a nice, smooth drive. It's better to face the short-term pain of an illusion, short-term pain of a truth, than the long-term pain of an illusion. So I really encourage you guys. We push so many things away and we create so much long-term pain for ourselves. Know that whatever thought, whatever emotion, whatever past memory it is that's coming up, sitting with and experiencing that pain is only a short-term experience, and then it will be able to be released. And the final thing is to develop the skill of being comfortable being uncomfortable, because this is going to happen in so many different areas of life. And when you're uncomfortable, when that fear is there, that's when you grow. Use fear as your compass for growth. That's where you need to dive in. That's where you need to lean into fear. But if you just are always resisting or avoiding feeling uncomfortable, you're going to have a very small comfort zone. And then what you want to do is expand your comfort zone more and more. And the way to do that is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because if you're uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, you don't want to be there. It's like when you're anxious about being anxious. It just creates more anxiety and makes things even worse. But if you can sit in that space of experiencing anxiety and be comfortable with being anxious, doesn't mean you like being anxious, doesn't mean you want to be anxious, just means that you're comfortable being anxious, then what that does is it eliminates a lot of the pain and suffering that we actually create for ourselves, and it allows us to lean into the experiences and the fear that we need to lean into to expand our comfort zone, to grow, and to start living anxiety free. So guys, as I said, super pumped to have you in the program. Really absorb the 5 pillars of personal growth. Take them in, know that they're going to set up with an amazing foundation heading forward for the next 21 days. Comment below any questions, any comments, what you like, you love, your biggest takeaway, your favorite pillar, whatever it is. Know that the more you put in, the more you get out. And here's to you guys living anxiety free. Take care.